Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another video. So as you guys know, I've been covering the various posters and images for The Mandalorian Season 3, and today we have more, including new merch for the new season, which does confirm a few characters. Very exciting stuff indeed. So no more jibber jabber, let's dive straight into it. So the new poster shows off the main Mandalorians in Season 3, Bo-Katan, Din, Grogu, Paz Vizsla, and the Armorer. They look amazing, but no surprises there. Now something I've noticed is they do put Paz Vizsla into all of the marketing, which tells me that just like the Book of Boba Fett, he's going to have a bigger role in Season 3. Both he and the Armorer represents the last remaining members of the Covert, the Tribe. When Paz challenged Din for the Darksaber in the Book of Boba Fett, he used his birthright as a member of Clan Vizsla as a reason. I don't think he's gonna let that go. He might want to try and challenge Din again now that the various clans are restoring Mandalore. He wants a position of authority, but I don't think he'll get it. Part of House Vizsla, Clan Vizsla was formed prior to the foundation of the Republic. During this time, Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi, was inducted into the Jedi Order as the first Mandalorian to ever do so. As a Force user, Tar created the Darksaber, the very unique black-coloured lightsaber that became the symbol of leadership for House Vizsla. Eventually, Tar became Mandalore and led his people with the weapon, but after his death, the saber was kept in the Jedi Temple until it was stolen by members of his clan. They snuck in and liberated it during the fall of the Old Republic. Now, the members of House Vizsla used the Darksaber as a symbol of unity. What I'm saying is, guys, Paz Vizsla knows his lineage and he's proud of it. He sees the Darksaber as his birthright, and because he didn't take off his helmet, the Armorer probably favours him over Din. She might encourage him to challenge Mando once again, even though I don't see Paz being successful, at least in getting the Darksaber. Now this does make me wonder, are we going to hear mention of Maul, or any of the events of Mandalore during the Clone Wars as flashbacks? I would say Bo-Katan is the ideal person to bring it up, but then again, if the Armorer was a more loyalist, maybe even Rook cast, she might as well. Some interesting food for thought. And now guys, we also have our first merch for Season 3. This comes out next month. Character bag clips, and as you can see, we have Koska Reeves and Axe Woves, which I reported on the other day. They're going to be returning in the 3rd season. We also have characters we know about like Greef Karga, Peli Motto, Din, Bo-Katan, and if you look here, we have a very cute Kwakian monkey lizard, or should I say Navarro monkey lizard. I spoke about those on Tuesday. Very exciting stuff. Share your thoughts on this in the comments down below. In other Mandalorian news, Bespin Bulletin have revealed that Rick Famuyiwa has directed the premiere and the finale of Season 3. We knew from Carl Weathers that he had more than one episode, and now we know it's the first and the last. He was also promoted last year to executive producer on the show. He's so talented, this is so exciting. Here's what Bespin Bulletin said. Speaking with the virtual cantina, Emily Swallow, who plays the Armorer, and Tate Fletcher, who plays Paz Vizsla, revealed that Famuyiwa directed the first and last episodes of The Mandalorian Season 3. When discussing his experience working on the season, Fletcher told the podcast, quote, "Rick was one of my favourites to work with. The kind of space the director holds really speaks to the way the set behaves, and you really feel that. It was excellent, an excellent experience. It was like being in a masterclass in filmmaking." Swiftly, Emily Swallow chimed in by saying, quote, "Yeah, I second that. It was so incredible to work with such diverse directors who collaborated so well and so generously." And then she hints, the Armorer is in his episodes. She said, quote, "I worked with Rick more than any other actor, and I really appreciated that. Seeing him start the journey of the season and end it was amazing, because we're shooting completely out of order. We're jumping back and forth between episodes. So to know he was taking care of where we were beginning and where we needed to end up, it was really good." Awesome stuff there, guys. And finally, for Mando news, a new TV spot has dropped with a new frame. Here we have Mando presumably on Navarro. We should get more TV spots over the next month, maybe a couple of exclusive images and that kind of thing. This is the way. And now a huge update for Star Wars Celebration. Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka Tano herself, is going to be in London for Celebration on the Sunday and the Monday, and that means we might get an Ahsoka panel with an Ahsoka trailer on that Sunday. It is rumoured to be a project they're going to focus on heavily. That'd be insane. Imagine if Chopper comes out again, and maybe the rest of the cast too, maybe even a Thrawn announcement. And so now guys, let's talk a little bit about the 2025 Star Wars movie, because according to a new report, there are 2 Star Wars films on Disney's theatrical slate. According to Eric Goldman at Fandom, there are 2 Star Wars movies, the 2025 one by Damon Lindelof, and a second untitled Star Wars film set for December 17th, 2027. Is that going to be Kevin Feige's film? But the big question for 2025, is it going to feature any of the sequel cast? I spoke with Making Star Wars about this, and they said if they are going to appear, it's just as cameos, because Disney wants to move forward, new protagonists, but they didn't rule out the possibility of someone like Poe Dameron or Finn showing up, and Disney are doing everything to make sure the 2025 film happens. Apparently they're putting everything into it.
So what I heard was, yep, they're making a new Star Wars series. Yep, it wasn't supposed to be the very first thing. It doesn't matter that it is the first thing, because they've been working on it for so long that they can do it. Yep, it would have been great if it was Taika Waititi Star Wars, because it would have given them even more time to move forward with polish and planning, but they don't need it. And that's why I was told there would be a Star Wars film in 2025, hell or high water, is what they said. They are doing it. And it's going to be based off of this lineage of work. Now, I asked, once again, In Snyder said he heard about a person of color being cast in a male lead. Then he backtracked, said it was a female, then backtracked again and said, actually, it's both. Never came forward with any real names of who it was or anything like that, who was cast, just that he knows someone was cast. And I tried to look into that, and I was told that my sources didn't think anybody had actually been cast. Now, maybe there's like a memo deal or something that went forward with that, like, yeah, we intend to cast you. We intend to make this deal. But from what I understand, I don't know if someone has actually been truly cast in it. But the one thing that this is nothing, because it's so obvious. And it's so obvious, but I feel like collectively we are so stupid, because it's an ensemble. Like every Star Wars movie that's ever happened. Like every Star Wars thing outside of Mando, which is basically like one guy and his kid, and then he meets all these other people and it becomes an ensemble. This new film is going to have an ensemble cast. Or same thing with the sequel trilogy, Finn, Rey, Poe, Adam Driver. Like it's going to be in another ensemble like cast of characters who are all interacting. Now the question would be, is Daisy Ridley a part of that ensemble? And I gotta say, if that was the plan, I think it would be very definite, but it's simply like going to be the possibility that they pop in, that there could be one of the films could have a moment where it becomes relevant. Like if these are Jedi, if these are new Jedi or people with the Force, then Daisy becomes sort of, our Nick Fury maybe.
But share your thoughts on this and everything we spoke about in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you always.